Okay, so first of all, thank you for joining. This is my first time ever teaching a ballet class. So please, if you have questions, let me know, okay? So the first thing we want to do is do a warm-up, okay? And I'm actually going to turn my chair this way. We really want to make sure the body is warm before we do ballet, because let me tell you, that's how you get hurt, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have our fingertips touching the chair here. Maybe far enough away where you don't feel like you're leaning into the chair, but your fingertips can still touch the chair. And we are going to soften the knees as we hinge back just like a squat, okay? We're going to come down through a nice flat back, and then we're going to bend those knees. Stay forward as you straighten the knees the best that you can. You do not need to go all the way to hyperextended, okay? And then you're going to come up through a nice flat back and push the hips forward. We're going to do that again. Hinge those hips back, bend those knees, stay over the feet, drop the head, and repeat. Keep breathing. This is all about your back and your hamstrings stretching out. Really try to articulate through the back as you come up, nice flat back. Hinging back, bend those knees, and if you can drop the head, extend, and come on up, okay? By the way, if you are comfortable turning on your webcam for this class, I'd love to see all of you. So nice deep breath. We're going to do that a few more times. Remember, hinging back down, dropping, lift, and all the way up. And if you have a setup so that you are able to do so, you can turn this way and do the same stretch. Okay, so we're going to bring those arms behind us, bend back down. Ooh, don't quite have enough space. Straighten those legs, and then all the way up. Everyone go ahead and do 2 more times. I want to see how beautiful everybody is. Let me see all y'all. Lovely. Make sure that you are breathing. Taking very deep breaths. Lovely. Raven, all right, great to see you. Awesome. Okay. Go ahead and do 1 more. Bending, really articulating that back. Go ahead and finish your last one with the best forward fold that you can do. Straight in half if you can. Don't lock the knees. Deep breath as you come on up, nice and slow. Good. So it's also really important that we keep the feet warmed up for ballet. Absolutely crucial. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to turn my feet parallel. Okay, and they're just inside a hip width. Okay, and I'm going to keep this core nice and active. We want to make sure that the hips are stacked directly underneath the ribs. We never ever in ballet, this is like faux pas, we never do this. We never stick out the booty. Okay, always keep as rigid and straight as you can using those core muscles and the lower back. So what I'm going to do is just start articulating through the feet, lifting my ball of the foot, and then back down, pushing it back down. Okay, so from the side, we're lifting that knee. It's going straight forward, and then push back down. Push. Really work your feet. Work those feet. All of you who know me from my other classes, you know how much it is, how important it is to keep those feet activated, okay? So what I'm really trying not to do is roll my ankles outwards. That's another faux pas in ballet, okay? So you want to actually aim for the space between the middle toe and the big toe, okay? So we're just stretching 1 at a time, and we're breathing. And if you're gonna just take a picture of me or a video of me, you would not see my body moving at all. Okay, in an ideal world, right? So just really articulating the feet. Take a break. And then, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make it harder. So this time, we're gonna go up on the ball of the foot. We're gonna go to a pointed toe. So just the big toe is touching the floor. Now, if your middle toe is longer than your big toe, don't worry about it. It will also touch the floor. And then we're gonna smush it back down. Let's go ahead and do that 4 times on each side. We're gonna go kind of quick through this one. Okay. So just pointing the toes. Yeah. I'm actually going to switch to foot cam so that you can see what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so we are really articulating through the point of the foot. There is no weight in this pointed foot. Okay, absolutely no weight. Back down, smush that foot, and down. Do one more on this side. And down. Loosen it up. And now the hardest part. If your feet do not do this, that is okay. Don't worry about it. Do your best. We are going to do the same thing. We're going to go up on the ball of the foot. Make sure that you are not rolling the ankle outwards. Very important. From here, we're going to go up to that point and over to stretch the shin. Okay? So I'm actually barely putting any pressure on my foot. If you want, you can lean it forward and you will feel your arches and the ball of your foot stretching. Make sure that you are breathing, articulating very slowly through the feet. You're going to need this today.
That's how I do them.
Nice deep breaths. Okay. If this hurts you, remember, you don't have to go to the fullest extent. You can go up. You can always just go up and then point and then back down. Okay. This isn't the Bolshoi. We don't need to hurt ourselves here. One more on this left foot and this other foot. And we're going to go ahead and take a break. Let's make sure that we stretch the Achilles. Absolutely important. So we're going to take just a nice stretch back, bending both of those knees.
You're stretching it.
And making sure
Lean forward a little bit. Keep your
that we stretch the Achilles. Okay. Keep your core active. This is a good chance to practice your balance. You're going to need that today too. Okay. You can even close your eyes if you want to. Just make sure that your feet are both parallel right now. Okay. Let's try not to lean back. Stay slightly forward or straight in the middle. And let's go ahead and lean a little further forward. And step it out, other side. It's very, very important. I mean, with any exercise, it's important that you're warmed up, but because ballet is very technical and very difficult, it's that much more important that you are stretched and warm before you do it. Even though today is going to be very basic. Basic ballet. Go ahead and bend that knee a little bit further forward and step it out. Okay. So I do apologize in advance. I have to talk about foot positions and arm positions for a few moments. Everyone go ahead and bring your feet together in parallel position. Imagine that you are holding onto a $100 bill right between your thighs. Okay, so squeeze that booty, hold your core nice and tall, and let's just go ahead and relax those arms out to the side. We are slightly engaging the shoulder blades down and back to keep a nice long neck. Okay, this is sixth position. Okay, we don't really use this very much in ballet, but we are going to use it today to transition through the different sides on exercises. You'll see what I mean later. So if I go from sixth position, let me switch to foot cam. Okay, sixth position, okay? And we are only going to work in 90-degree turnout today. Ballet is all about the turnout, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to open my feet to exactly 90 degrees. Whoa, goodness. Now, if you are a pancake and you can open like this, that is just fine. But if your knees cannot touch, you should not be turned out so much. Start with 90 degrees. The backs of your knees should be touching. Your inner thighs should be squeezed together. This is first position. Okay, so go ahead and switch back to sixth. Try to keep your balance. Don't look down at your feet. And switch to first. Okay, your heels should also be touching. Don't worry about all the technique for now. Just try to remember the basic foot positions. Second position, let's just go ahead and actually, I'm sorry, no. What we're gonna do, this is kind of silly, turn it in, back to sixth. And let's rotate one foot out to 90 degrees. And then we're gonna step like an Egyptian, like this, okay? And then you will rotate them both out. This is second position. If that's weird for you, you can always just open up. And it should be about one length of your foot's distance from the heel. That is second position. Again, the turnout here, the rotation is always happening from the hip. If you feel this in your knees, you are forcing your turnout. If you feel it in your arches, you are forcing your turnout. You need to make sure that you are doing this from the hip. Your butt should be holy heaven activated this whole time. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go back to sixth. Let's open to first. Okay, and then just go ahead and step out to second. If you're more familiar with ballet, you can always tendu into your second. That is okay. Okay, so those are the positions that we're going to work in to start. The next one that is a little bit tricky, and that is third position here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this foot in so that the heel is at the ball of my foot. Okay, this is very difficult. So if you have to turn back in, more parallel. Just don't end up totally parallel. Try to keep your toes out to the side. Keep your heels, keep your thighs squeezed together and squeeze your booty best you can. You may find that when you're in that third position that it's very hard on your hips and your hips end up doing this. That means you need to turn in, okay? If you cannot do third position that tight, you can just bring heels overlapping, but try to overlap your feet at least a little bit for today. Now I'm going to blast through the arm positions because I want to get doing on a combination. Let's go ahead and just stand in first position, please. Remember to hold those thighs together, squeeze those knees together. Ballet technique is below the waist. Dance is above the waist in the arms. So the arms are very important. For this entire class, I don't want your thumb to leave the palm of your hand, ever. I want you to imagine you super glued the pad of your thumb to the palm of your hand. I never want to see your thumb sticking up. Don't let me see this, okay? Always keep your thumbs down and don't worry about everything else for today. So you're just going to start with those hands just in front of the hips. We're not resting, and we're taking a nice rounded position, nice and tall. I'm not going to get too much into the technique of the arms today. Just do your best, okay? So from here, this is preparatory position of the arms. Let's bring them out in front so that they're right in front of the heart, okay? Nice rounded shape. The elbows should be out, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to open the arms. This is second position, okay? So let's go ahead and come back down to preparatory position. First, second, third, okay? Let's go back to pop quiz, preparatory position. That's preparatory. Let's go to third, second, first. Okay, next pop quiz. Let's do second position arms and legs and feet. Okay, so second position. Let's do third position arms and feet. Second position again. Let's put the right foot in back this time, and let's do first position arms. Okay, so try to remember those. Don't worry about it if you don't. If you're ever confused and you're like, oh my gosh, I have so many limbs, just leave your arms in second. Just leave them to the sides, but don't do the vulture. Leave those elbows out. So if you bend the arm, your hand goes right to the heart. That being said, let's do our first combination. First exercise we have to learn is a plie. Ballet is, when it gets down to it, is two different movements, plie and tendu, and we're going to learn the plie first. So let's go in a first position here. Just like a squat, right? The knees stay directly over the heels. They never travel past the foot, right? Ballet is a little bit different, but we still want to make sure that the knees are in the same plane as the foot. Okay, so when we go down, we're lengthening, holding the core. We're going to go down. Let's just go ahead and hold here. So if you looked at yourself in a mirror, ideally, your knees would be directly over your feet and your body is as vertical as possible. So go ahead and just hold. Let's do third position arms. Okay, nice and tall. And hold that plie. I want you to squeeze all the way back to the center. You should feel this in your butt. Make sure that your butt is activated. If you're feeling it in the quads, use more core, use more butt. Okay, so let's go ahead and do those. And let's work on the preparatory arms. Just go ahead and follow. We're gonna go plie, out to second, and in to first, and back to second. Let's do that again. Plie, to first, and out to second. Don't worry about the head. Just feel the plie. Squeeze the holy heck out of your glutes and your inner thighs, and try to do the arms if you can, okay? Good, all right. So again, this is gonna be pretty tricky. We're gonna breeze right through this, okay? So I'm gonna put on some music and I will do that all with you. Don't worry, so follow along the best you can. So the plie we just did was a demi plie, which is a half plie, right? The heels still stay on the ground, that's very important. Now when we do a grand plie, those heels are gonna lift up just barely and then we push them back down. If your knees protest, just do another demi plie, okay? Just do a third plie. So this is what the combination is going to look like. We are going to, I'm gonna keep my arms in second to show you. We are going to prepare, okay? And then we are going to, and this is my bar hand, by the way. Okay, so we're going to plie and up, plie and up, squeezing, and then we'll do the grand plie or a deeper demi. Keep your heels down until the last second, lift them up, push them back down, and open again. And then we will do a forward port de bras. Don't worry, just a forward bend for now. Keep your back straight and do your best with the arms to open, and then here, and then we're gonna do that again. Sorry, excuse me. My dad always called me when I'm doing classes. So 2 demi, 2 half, 1 big one, again, and then a forward fold, okay? We're gonna do the same thing in second position, so 2 demi, and then instead we're gonna go, yes, we're gonna do a grand plie. We'll do 2 demi again. We'll go over the bar. I know you're overwhelmed, don't worry. We're gonna do over the bar, and then we're going to switch to third position. Don't worry about switching. Just put your foot in third position for now. So again, I will follow, or I will do this with you so you can follow along. Are we doing okay so far, or is our brain swimming with a lot of information? Probably, that's okay. Let me go ahead and get the music going, and we will do our plies. Breathe. Grand. Heels down. Straighten the legs. Demi. Don't worry about the arms. Just try to follow along, demi. You can always leave them here at the side. And forward folds. Up. Second. Demi. Demi. Grand. Keep the heels down. Whole time. Just low, low, low. Squeeze butt. And squeeze up. And demi. And over the bar. Hold for a second. And third. Demi. Heels down. Keep those heels down. Open. Nice, slow demi. And again, demi. Let's go away from the bar this time. Squeeze, hold that balance. And let's go back to first and finish. All right, we're gonna go ahead. Can everyone hear the music okay? Was that all right? Thumbs up. All right, good. Any questions? Concerns? Hip complaints? Yeah, probably. All right, we're gonna do the second side. It's always very important that we do both sides. So go ahead and just turn around. The correct way to turn around at the bar, we are not really gonna get to today, but that's all right. So I'm using notes. I'm not gonna be shy about that. Let's go ahead and do the second side. And I will walk you through. So prepare. Breathe. Breathe, Demi. Demi. Grunge, just barely lift those heels. Push them down. Breathe. Demi. Demi. And forward. Squeeze the thighs together. And up. Second. Demi. Breathe, Demi. Grand, leave the heels down. Squeeze butt. Up. Hold. Demi. Demi. And up and over the bar. Breathe. Hold. And third. Demi. Squeeze your butt. Demi. Small grand here. Lift the heels barely. Heels down. Catch. Open. Two more Demi. Slow. Let's go over the bar this time. And let's go ahead and just finish there. All right. Please drink water. Please drink water. Take a moment to stretch the hips. Are we doing okay so far? Hopefully. I only see 2 people. Can't tell if you're sweating yet. All right. So,
Hi.
Okay, good.
I was asked if we should switch sides.
Yes, we did switch sides. Yep, we did. Yep. So I want to review the plie just a little bit because I know how difficult it is. So whenever we go into a plie, just go ahead and go into first position here. Just go open to where you can still squeeze your inner thighs and your heels together, right? It shouldn't be uncomfortable. It should feel tight, especially in the gluteus medius. And try not to use the quads and the core, right? So when we go into a plie, we're imagining that we're a very lovely piece of bread that we are going to toast. And we go straight into the toaster. We never hinge. We never lean the body forward. We never lean the body back, okay? Well, yes, I can. I'm trying to show the side, so don't lean, right? So whenever we do a plie, right, we never want to lean. So always keep those abdominal muscles and those inner thighs together, okay? So the next exercise we want to do, that's second most important, is a tendu, and I have to switch to foot cam for tendu. So, tendu, go ahead and just follow me for now. We're going to kind of go through the combination as I show you what it is. The tendu is about warming up the feet, okay? So what we're going to do is standing in this first position here, we're going to try to balance on one side. Let's try to balance on that left side as we smear peanut butter off the right foot and go as far forward as you can with the ball of the foot still on the ground, okay? So you're very tall. There's no weight in this foot. So go ahead and do that a couple times, okay? Here we go. So balancing, we're going to shift the weight to the standing side and try to put the ball of the foot on the ground in front of you. Just the ball of the foot and then smear back down. Never let your turnout go. Never let your toes point forward. Keep the turnout, okay? So go ahead and practice that on both sides. Okay, really breathing, really trying to activate the inner thigh and the glutes. So full tendu, we're going to go ball of the foot. And when you can no longer keep that ball of the foot on the floor, you point the entire foot, okay? So it's just the toes on the floor. Never put weight in this foot unless I tell you to do so, Okay, so keep this balance, and then let's put the ball of the foot back down. Knees are straight, and we come back in. Okay, so I'm gonna change. So if your butt is burning and your feet are burning, you're doing it right. So this is what the combination is going to look like. A tendu, which means to stretch, by the way, which is kind of vague, but anyway. So we're gonna smear peanut butter off that foot, ball of the foot, toe, ball of the foot, close. Okay, so do that on both sides. Ball of the foot, toe, ball of the foot, close. Okay, so practice doing that out to the side into second position. Ball of the foot, point, ball of the foot, close. There is no weight on this foot. Okay, use your bar, chair, countertop, whatever you got. Smear. Okay, point that foot, right, and close. So our combination is going to involve en croix, which means in the shape of a cross. And in ballet, we have a lot of positions that the body can go into. And ballet is a series of movements through poses. Don't worry about that too much, okay? So we have to the front. So go ahead and just copy, okay? We have to the front. We have to the side. And we have to the back, all right? Don't worry about the technique too much today. Just remember the pattern. All right, so try the other side. To the front, and then back through first, to the side, into second. So if you put your foot down, it's second position, right? And then to the back, and then back to first position. So tendu is about smearing, really working through, articulating through the foot. If you get a cramp in your Achilles or your calf, or your arch of your foot, you don't have to go that hard today, okay? So the combination is going to look like this. We're going to go once to the front, ball the foot, point, ball, close. To the side, ball the foot, point, ball, close. To the back, this is tricky. To the back, point, ball, point, ball, close. And then to the side again, okay? Ball, point, ball, close. So try that again on the other side. You can just go quickly and you say, okay, front, side, back, side, and repeat. That's in the shape of a cross. It's kind of like a plus sign, right? We've got front, side, back. There is no middle ground. There is no over here. It's either front or second or back. And there's nothing in between there unless you are moving between those positions. So be very conscious of your butt staying active and your turnout as you move through these positions. So we're going to do the ball, toe, ball, close, to the front, to the side, to the back, to the side again. Don't worry, I'll do them with you. And then we're going to do nice and slow tendus. Nice and slow, really smearing all the way through, two to the front, two to the side, two to the back, okay? And we're going to come back to the side, okay? And then we'll do it faster. Then we'll do two to the front, two to the side, two to the back, two to the side. Yes, I will do it with you. Don't worry. Okay, don't worry if you mess up. You're gonna mess up first time in ballet. It's okay. All right, so let me get my tunes here. I've got a live pianist with me here today. His name is Spotify. All right, tendu. I'm sorry. One last thing. When we finish the first set, when we finish those last tendus, we're going to be in first position. You're going to turn towards your bar, which puts you in sixth position, yes? And then you're going to just open to first, and that puts you on the other side. Practice that both directions a couple times. For anyone who's more advanced, you can go ahead and do your suit new. Don't worry about that, okay? So otherwise, you're in first, turn through your sixth position on the heels, and to the other side. Doesn't need to be pretty, just get to the other side, okay? All right. How are we doing, everyone? Thumbs up, doing okay? thumbs like, oh gosh, ballet's hard, yes. Okay, here we go, tendus. Take a nice deep breath, get ready to go. Prepare. Breathe. Ball. Toe. Ball. Close. To the side. Ball. Toe. Ball. Close. To the back. Ball. Toe. Ball. Close. To the side. Toe. Ball. Close. Again. Ball. Point. Ball. Close. Stay turned out. Ball. Point. Ball. Smear. You got this. To the side again. Ball. Close. Breathe. Tendus this time. Front. Close. Side. Close. Back. First. Side. First. Again. First. Sorry. Point. First. Second. First. Back. First. Side again. And I believe now faster. Okay. Close. Front. Close. Side. Close. Side. Close. And back. Side. Back. Close. To the side. Close. Quickly now to the other side. Nope, just kidding. All right, that's fine. You went to the other side. That's a good start. Okay. No. No, piano player, stop. All right, how'd we do? Are those hips burning? You feeling your feet? You should be. If you're locking the quads and the knees. Yes. What was that?
We're doing okay.
Okay, doing okay. Yeah, that's about how first ballet classes go. I'm sure you're doing awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and do the second side. My piano player is being difficult. One thing I'm sorry, I didn't mention, generally speaking, we always start, we have a standing side and we have an acting side or a moving side. And generally speaking, we start with the left hand on the bar, which means the left side is the standing side. Just think about it that way. So if you started on the left before or on the right before, don't worry about it. Just make sure you get both sides. But generally speaking, we start with the right foot doing the movements. So other side now. Prepare, breathe, hold your core. And ball. Point, ball, close. I think you got this. Smear, back. Whoops, point, ball, close to the side. Ball, point, ball, close again. Smear. Close. Ball. Point. Ball. Close to the back. Smear to the side. Ball. Point. Ball. Close. Tendus now to the front. Close. Stay tall. Side. Close to the back. To the side. One more time to the front. Front. Squeeze those inner thighs. To the side. Faster now. Two to the front. One. Close. Two. Switch it up on you. To the side again. To the front. Just keep going. If you mess up, it's all right. Side, side, back, back, side, side, and just finish beautiful in first position. All right, how do we do? Usually we do better on the second side because we got the combination down. So I'm gonna take a breather for a second. So grab some water, take a stretch, stretch your hips out. Do we have any questions? I don't care how weird they are, how technical they are, ask me questions.
Lauren, does the standing still leg stay bent a little bit?
Never. Never. unless I tell you to plie, never. Okay, so ballet is, number one, it can be kind of hard on the knees, so make sure that you're not forcing your turn out because the standing leg should be straight. Okay, so go ahead and let go of everything. Don't use any support here. Let's just go ahead and hold those arms in second position best you can. Okay, don't let those thumbs up. No thumbs up allowed. Okay, and let's just go ahead. We're going to shift the weight. Nice, squeeze that $100 bill between the inner thighs. Squeeze booty, squeeze belly. Nice and tall. And we're going to tendu with the left foot to front. Okay, so you should be able to, on this straight leg, balance on that leg. If you have to cheat just a little bit, put that toe down, but there is no weight in this front foot, ever, 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 okay? Always balancing through a straight leg. You can, of course, go through movements that intentionally bend the standing leg. We're not going to do that today. Good question. Sometimes ballet is about, yes, but there are exceptions because there's so much variety of movement. So the next movement we're going to do, you need to always remember your foot positions here. First is the most important. So then we're going to do what's called a rond de jambe, which means a circle of the leg. Rond is in round, okay? So we have to make sure that we're touching that position directly to the front, like it's a plus sign, directly to the side, plus sign, and directly to the back. Back is hardest, okay? Because the hips are like, what are you doing, okay? Make sure that we're not out like this. This doesn't count, okay? This is a half position here, don't count. So make sure that if you bring this foot in, it goes right to first. So if I'm over here and I bring the foot in, I'm not in first, and I'm like all cockeyed. Always straight to the back. That's very difficult. Don't worry too much about that. Just try to do that. So the position is going to look like this. We're going to go, and for today I will not use the French, I'll use English. We're going to go clockwise, and then we're going to go counterclockwise, okay? So first, we're just going to prepare lovely, beautiful arms. Thank you, audience. Yes. And we're going to go to the front, around quarter circle to the side. Keep that toe gently on the ground and to the back. And then we're going to come back through first position. Again, to the front, to the side, to the back, and close. Okay, we're going to do that twice. And then we're going to do that smooth all the way around. All the way, every time through first position. Don't let me see this. Okay, you're not kicking nothing. In soccer, you're supposed to like use like the inside of your foot. Think that. Okay, so when you're coming from the back, you smear through first position, tendu to the first. So we'll do 4 small half circles. It's like a big capital letter D. Okay, all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to do to the back. Yep. So we'll do to the back. So we'll do these, right? We're going to do that twice through, boing, boing, boing. And we'll do 4 nice and slow. And then what we're going to do is come to first, and then we're going to reverse it and go counterclockwise. Leave your arms in second. Always do something with your arms. Second is always best, okay? So then we'll go to the back, side, stay turned out. Never let this happen. Stay turned out, to the front, and close. Again, okay. How to stretch the hips. Okay, yes, that's a good question. Plie should stretch your hips. Also, if you really have to take a break, you can use a chair and stretch like this. That's a good way to stretch the hips. You can also just do hamstring stretches in between, okay? So we're going to do that rond de jambe combination. And then once we finish going counterclockwise with the 4 nice and slow, we are going to go through 6th position, open to the other side, and get ready to do the second side. Doing okay? It's going to be a quiz after. It's all going to be in French. It's not. I'm kidding. I'm joking. All right. Piano player. Here we go. Remember to breathe. sorry, I think this is the wrong music. Hang on just a second. Sorry. Moment. Okay, I'm sorry. That was the correct music. Breathe. First position. Front. Round. To the back. Close. Again. Front. Side. Round. Close. Nice and smooth. Front. All the way around. Front. All the way around. 2 more of those. Stay nice and tall. And around. Close first.
You froze.
Yeah, your feet are moving, but the other camera's not.
Your figure is frozen.
Sorry, everyone. We will do the second side again. Give me just a moment. That's a terrible time to lose internet. Okay. So we're going to start with our right hand on the bar, and we'll just end up with some extra music at the end. But rond de jambes. One other quick note about rond de jambes. Like we had asked before, we always keep that straight leg, that standing leg straight. So if you're finding that you have to bend your moving leg, it means you're not standing tall enough. Okay, so make sure that you've got enough space for your leg to move through a straight-legged first position. Okay, so here we go. Get ready for second side. Nice deep breath. First position, breathing. Front. Nice big circle to the side. Back. Close. Again. Front. Side. Back. Close. Nice and smooth. Front. All the way around. Through first. Front. All the way around. 2 more of those. Through first. I'm off the music. I'm sorry. Last one. To the back. Side. Front. Close. Back. Side. Front. Close. To the back. All the way around. Back. All the way around. 2 more. Let's go ahead and we're gonna just forward fold in first position. Breathe all the way up. Keep those heels and those legs together. open the arm to second. And just go ahead and finish. Nice and smooth. All right. Piano player, please stop. How are you doing?
This was
Tired?
great.
What's that?
Was great.
Isn't it tough? I know. It looks so
Yeah.
easy.
Reminds me of my kindergarten first grade experience.
Yeah, for a lot of people, taking ballet as an adult is really, really hard because the movements feel very unnatural. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna stretch using my chair, and I'm gonna put my leg up on the chair. Now, if you're not flexible enough to do that, you can put 2 chairs in front of you. You can use the back of your couch, whatever you want to use. But I'm gonna use the back of my chair here. And I guess I'll show the modification first for less flexible. When you're doing ballet, you're turned out. There's really, I mean, that's just how it is. So go ahead and put your foot up on your stretchy bit and let your toes open out to the side, okay? My bottom foot is turned out too. My standing foot is also turned out, okay? Now, if you're here and you're like, oh, that's too much, use something lower. Never ever hurt yourself in these stretches. These are very difficult, okay? So what we're gonna do, I need to adjust, hang on. Okay. Okay, so no matter where your leg is, you're gonna do the same combination. Both legs are turned out, okay? And take a minute just to stand here and relax. Try not to lock this knee, but we're nice and tall in the core. Both legs are turned out here. So your toes are not pointing upwards towards the ceiling. We always have the toes out to the side, okay? So let's just hold this for a moment. Find your balance, okay? Should be on the standing leg. And let's go ahead and we're gonna bring those arms up to third position. Hold right here, nice and tall. And bring them to second. Third position arms is like this. So you can go ahead and you can practice those. This is just how I walk, by the way. I was like, oh, this is beautiful, yeah, yeah, okay. And go ahead and relax those arms. Flex the foot, still turned out. One other quick note, I'm not open in the hips here. My hips are facing totally forward, okay? Hips are square with the ribs. This is very difficult. Not gonna sugarcoat that, okay? So what I wanna do now is keep this turnout as I plie, okay? It's actually a little bit too tall for me today, okay? So I'm going to stay turned out. As I plie, staying tall, ever, 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 okay? Plie, and stretch, stretch, lift, point the foot, plie, and stretch, again, plie, and stretch, nice and tall. Let's bring those arms up overhead, straight back, plie as you go over the leg, and come back up. Bring the arms down, and slowly just cheat, bring that leg up. Other side. This is not a formal bar stretch or anything, but this is really important to stretch out those hips. If you're not feeling the stretch in the hips, that means you're not square. You should feel this because you're turned out and your hips are square, okay? So try to stay as turned out as you can, both sides. Let's go ahead and point and flex the foot a couple times, really articulating the best we can through the foot. You can test your balance, right? No weight in that front foot. And let's go ahead and bring the arms to second. No, let's do the preparation. So we're going to start here, out, back to preparation, to first, to second. Do that again. Prepare, to first, to second. Follow one of the hands with the head, right? Literally follow your hands. Let's go up. And reach, okay? Okay, one more time. And relax. Go ahead now, let's bring those arms up. Plie a couple times. pointed foot. Hips, yes. And forward, best you can. Pointed foot. And up. Again, plie. And up. And go ahead and just cheat. Bring that leg up. We've got a few extra minutes, so I might as well, I guess, foreshadow into next time. Hopefully there is a next class. This was a trial run. So please, Court One people, please send an email. Let me know. Let the powers that be know if you like the class. Next week, we'll be working on what you all think of as ballerinas do, is up on the ball of the foot, is balancing up on the ball of the foot. So let's go ahead and let's practice that. So what I'm going to do, face your bar, face your counter. You don't really need it. It's only an illusion. Just the middle finger, just touching, just barely. We're going to go in first position. Okay, squeezing butt, squeezing belly. And we're going to press up onto the ball of the foot. Now, we never sink back onto the pinky toe. Aim for the space between your big toe and your middle toe. Okay, nice tall long neck. Press it up, hold. Test your balance. First position arm. And float back down. Okay, just practice that. Okay, up and back down. You can even open up the arms. One thing that tends to help me, and this is a technique thing too, is when you go up, the arms help you up. They scoop you up. So from second position, we can always go up. Okay, that's very helpful to me. And squeezing up, catching with the arms. Okay, if that's too much, just don't worry about it. Pressing and opening. Second position. Haha, this is tough. You might want to start with a narrower second position. All the way up. I don't want to see any of this cheating stuff. None of this halvesy stuff. Up there, all the way up. Legs are straight. Legs are straight. You are wearing stilettos and you're turned out. Ouch. Okay, all the way up there. Your calves are burning. Holding second position arms. Balance. Holding. Close those eyes. Uh-oh, and down. Good. Go ahead and stretch those knees for a moment. Stretch those calves. Make sure you're doing both sides. I cannot encourage you enough to spend more time after this class stretching your calves and your hips. I cannot tell you how important that is. And make sure you have some protein, some potassium, and lots of water, because these are new muscles you're probably not used to using, and you're probably going to be sore. So let's go ahead. Let's just do a quick combination since we've got just a couple minutes, and we'll work on this next week. So what we're going to do, let's combine a couple things. Let's combine actually all of the things that we did today. What we're going to do is we're going to plie to start, just from first position. Let's just leave the arm in second. And then from this position here, tendu with the active leg. Okay, so from the front, I look like this. Bent in one leg, straight in the other. There is no weight in this front leg. Yes? And then we're going to come back in and straighten to the side now. Out, plie, up, and back. I'm sorry, I did plie first. So to the back now, plie, tendu. This is very tough. Back in, smear to the side, straighten. Right? So we can practice that. Let's do that combination. I don't have music, so we're just going to practice it. Let's start on the left side. So right hand on your bar. And you can count to yourself too. So prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plie, tendu front, close, straighten. Plie, tendu side, close. Check your balance. Make sure you're square. Open to the back. I'm sorry, nope, plie to the back, in, straighten. One more time. To the side. Oh gosh, plie, tendu, close, and straighten. Through 6 position to the other side. Top. Prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plie. Tendu. Close. Stretch. I'm going to face you. Plie. Tendu. No weight in this foot. Close. Nice square position. Straighten. Plie. To the back. Close. Square up your first position. And again, to the side. Dang. Plie. Tendu. Close. And straighten. Go ahead and finish there. Keep your turn out. And let's just do a forward fold. Straight legs. Drop your head. Let those knees bend a little bit. Stretching it out. And come on up. Whenever we finish a ballet class, it's very formal. Even though we're on Zoom, and this is my first ballet class ever, I'm a stickler for the rules. And we always finish class with a bow. To thank your classmates, to thank your teacher, to thank your piano player, and to thank your hips, whatever you want to thank. So what we're going to do, don't worry about being perfect, we're just going to step. Gentlemen, I'll show you the different bow in just a second, but one foot is going to be behind me like this. And what I'm going to do is just step to the side and bow. Just a curtsy. Just a bow and curtsy. Okay? Very formal, so make sure you do that. Gentlemen, what you'll do is you'll probably just start in a fifth or a parallel position, and you'll start opening here and bow. Other side, open and cross over the chest and bow. So thank all of you for joining me